I gotta reload. Oh no. Why? I don't have a melee weapon. Yes. Finally, there we go. Oh, GG's. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Beard Guys video. Today we are looking at update 7.3, which is going live on console tomorrow. The full patch notes are up if you want to have a look through them yourself. I'll put the link down in the description below. But today we are going to look through them. I'm going to talk through them in detail and give my opinion on the upcoming changes. In the background today we have a replay going on from one of our custom games recently on Karakin, so I'll leave you to enjoy that whilst we talk about the upcoming update. So the times for downtime are up on the patch notes. You can see them just here. That is going to be overnight for America or early morning for Europe, and should be live by around 11 a.m, 12 a.m. British time, something like that tomorrow. There is no test server update. These changes are going straight to live, and they bring with them several major changes. The first of these big changes coming in update 7.3 is vehicle rebalancing. So how vehicles take damage and how they explode has been completely overhauled, and now when you destroy a vehicle, rather than it immediately exploding, it will now have 5 seconds of being on fire and then explode after that. It's a similar mechanic you may have seen in other games in the past, and it'll be interesting to see how this works in PUBG. My instinct is that I don't really like the sound of it. I kind of like being able to blow up cars and kill everyone inside them and not them have a chance to stop the vehicle and dive out. But I think it's one of those things where I just need to wait until I can actually play it and see how it feels in reality. It is worth noting that vehicles can still instantly explode if they take damage from explosions like red zone or C4. I'm not sure if that includes grenades, probably not because they're quite weak now, but red zones and C4 can destroy them instantly. And if you're curious what C4 is, we will talk about that in just a minute. So as for how vehicles take damage now, they now have different hitboxes that do different amounts of damage to them. You can see in the illustration here, there is an engine area, a body area, and a roof area. And the engine area takes most damage, then the body, and then the roof. These different zones have been applied to the buggy, the Dacia, the UAZ, the Murado, the pickup, the Ronnie, and the Zima. So shooting different areas of the vehicle will do different damage to them. Another interesting note on the vehicle rebalance here is that it says vehicles will no longer receive increased collision damage when they're rolled over. And I think what this means is, you know, sometimes when you roll a vehicle and it just suddenly instantly explodes as soon as it touches the ground and it's upside down, I guess it's maybe to mitigate that. It feels like vehicles, when they just ram into things on their wheels, don't take a lot of damage. You flip it upside down, suddenly it just explodes. So I guess that is maybe to limit the effect of that. I'm not sure if it's going to help too much because you'll probably still just die from the collision damage yourself, but maybe your vehicle might get out of it unscathed. Boats have also been given a bit of damage reduction, so you will find boats are slightly more tanky now, and presumably boats also benefit from the 5-second countdown before they explode. Just to quickly interject whilst we're talking about the patch notes, I just wanted to let you know that our new merch site is finally live. We haven't had merch for sale for a while. We've had a ton of people asking. We've been working in the background with a new merch provider, and we've got a whole new merch website that is now live, and you can go and visit it on the link down below at the bottom of your screen. The other major change in update 7.3 is the addition of C4 as a throwable item. So C4 is basically a thing you can throw a little bit like the sticky bombs, but it has a much bigger area of effect, and it has a 16-second timer on it before it explodes. You can't manually trigger it, you can't trigger it early, it always takes 16 seconds, and it can't be thrown very far. It has a beeping sound that beeps more intensely as it gets closer to blowing up, and you can hear this wherever you are in the radius of explosion. The effective damage radius is 25 meters, and it is lethal up to 15 meters, including 12.5 meters vertically. So it is a huge explosion, and it can even damage and kill people through cover. So if you put this on the outside of a building and someone is on the wall on the other side, it will kill them. The C4 can also be attached to vehicles, so you can shove it on a vehicle and drive at people and then it'll explode. And it is worth noting that this is not included in ranked. This is unranked only. It sounds pretty crazy, but also a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to trying it out. I'm looking forward to strapping it to vehicles and driving it at houses full of people. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how it feels in gameplay. I'm glad it's not been added to ranked immediately. Maybe it might come at some stage, but I think it's a sensible decision just to put it into unranked first and see how the balancing of it feels. It's certainly going to be useful for clearing out campers, clearing out houses, particularly in TPP when pushing buildings can be a little bit undesirable. So definitely looking forward to mucking around with this, especially in our custom games. It does not stick to players and it is available on all the maps except for Karakin. So that's the two biggest gameplay changes. They've also made some other tweaks. The spike strip has had its length increased by 50% to make this more effective. They've increased the rate of DMR spawns on Vikendi, which should be interesting to see. And they've also added an esports tab, which in future will show information about PUBG esports competitions that you can follow the results on and get involved in some of the pick'em competitions. Another big feature of this update that people are going to be pleased to see is the packet encryption. This is anti-cheat measures to block people using radar cheats. So there's a link in the patch notes to a full dev letter that talk about this in detail, which can explain it better than I can. But the short version of it is that radar cheats essentially intercept information on a PUBG game that is going on live, and then they show you information on your computer about things going on in that game that you shouldn't be able to see. So you might be playing in the game and be able to see where other players are on the map. This anti-cheat measure is designed to block that from being possible, and hopefully it should reduce the amount of radar usage in PUBG on console. I think this is a great change to see, and it should reduce instances of cheating on console, as well as hopefully, maybe I'm being optimistic here, reducing the allegations of people cheating on the PUBG Reddit. They have also made some changes to the train lines on Vikendi. There is a whole new train line put in, as well as improvements to the existing lines. Also mentions they've made some visual and audio improvements. Hopefully that includes reducing the volume of the trains because they were pretty annoyingly loud before. And hopefully we might start to see more people using them if that has been changed. So that covers all of the major gameplay changes. There's a few other little bits in there that I'll let you go through in your own time. A couple of other key things just to quickly mention. It talks about the end dates for the Survivor Pass and also ranked modes. So the Survivor Pass is due to end on July 21st. And the ranked mode season is due to end on July 28th. So that is just over a month from now. So you've got a month left basically to get your Survivor Pass done and just over a month to get yourself up to as high a rank as possible in ranked, which is hopefully good news for me, and hopefully I can manage to creep my way up to master or thereabouts before it ends. Another little tweak they've made is the custom match tab has been overhauled, so everything is listed in one tab rather than you having to go to separate custom game and esports mode tabs, just to make it a little bit easier to find the matches, which is great news for us. We do custom games every Friday on Twitch, so if you want to come and play some custom games, then come along to our Twitch stream, twitch.tv/thebeardguys, from 1 PM UK time every Friday. They've also added in a few new skins. There's some beachwear, there's some competition sort of clothes, and there is a few new Broadcaster Royale stuff, Darmian 7, some new emotes, and a bunch of other little bug fixes. So that covers it for the patch notes for update 7.3. I'll let you enjoy the rest of this replay. This is going out tomorrow, remember, and I am going to be streaming it today on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming ranked games, so if you want to see some ranked gameplay, come along to Twitch today. If you want to see me playing the new update on console, then come along to Twitch tomorrow. And if you found the video useful at all, feel free to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for lots more like this. Did Daz just got a kill? So we got Daz, we got Ro, we got Stone Master, we got me, and we got one other. There's a boy. How did that not hit? That looks bang on. I like the way he just like didn't give a shit at all about someone firing an orm at him there. We've got so many shots with the orm, we might as well, you know, have a pop, right? Got like 30 rounds in this thing. Cheeky bit of black zone over there. Oh, there's Row. Row your boat. Oh, double drop over there. Oh, this lad's having a fight. Pidge, it's me, Row, and Pidge. Bring it on. It would have been a shot, wouldn't it? Let's get in the zone. There's Pidge. This is a good old-fashioned three-way, isn't it? Pidge is running a pistol. I think he's got the Deke. I don't know if he's got anything else. Row's got an MP5. Love it. Is this customs already? It is, yeah. How did you guess? He's dancing. I hit him. How many ammo? We got 22 shots here still. There's Pidge. Oh, he's coming up behind you, Row. Crouch shoot. Does it look like I'm deliberately attempting to be accurate? Have you somehow mistaken this for me attempting to fire my shots as accurately as possible? Are you feeling okay? Standing here hit fire an AWM with a red dot at these people. He's got a pants. We can do this, boys! Where's Pidge? Get involved. Hang on, I need to have a reload. I'm glad this guy had 2 lots of AWM ammo. Where's Pidge with his pistol? Oh, shit, the bed. How could you do this to me? How did that miss? Come back here. I gotta reload. Oh no. Why? I don't have a melee weapon. Yes. Finally. There we go. Oh, GG.